Did you hear that? It's a white man and a black man. It looks like, I don't know, they're in a Chili's or something, and there's looks like a birthday party's going on. But it starts off with the black man saying, "Let's go outside." So clearly something was happening before this person started recording. Somebody else in the restaurant, and then the white man says something to the effect of, "I'm just saying," but there's a difference between black people and N word. I've heard this my entire life. And a lot of times people think that this is some sort of a compliment. You're a black person, you're not an N-word. Let me tell you, it's not. But now what proceeds to happen is, and I'm sure you'll be able to hear it. Let me go back a little. It's black. There's a difference between black and niggers. I'm gonna play one more time. It's black. There's a difference between black and niggers. And those sounds that you're hearing, is that man who said that being struck repeatedly in the head. It sounds more like slaps than punches. And I also, looking at the video, the man is just being like, his head is going back, but I would think if he took that many punches, there would have been blood, and he would have been unconscious, because he took probably about 10 consecutive shots in the head. Now, meanwhile, I can't tell if this man's wife, who said the N-word, is trying to. She's not really trying to defend her husband from the man hitting him. It's more like she's just kind of there, almost like, I don't know, if she thinks, he's going to fall or something, because that man who said that is quite a bit older. And then there's another woman who looks like she's an employee, but she's like there, almost like in the capacity if she was the wife or girlfriend of the man doing the hitting. And she's just in this really weird close range where, guys, if there's a fight happening and things like that, do not get in the way. I get it. You don't want to see your person or people get hurt, but don't get hurt yourself. There's flying parts, there's things like that. And what you think you see is this one man having the upper hand, you may not see that other guy grabbed a fork or, glass off the counter, a bottle, swings and actually hits you. Like, you don't need to, don't add to the carnage. Stay away from a fight. Ladies, if your man is fighting, do not grab his arms. If you grab, babe, don't. Now you got somebody knocked out because you rendered them defenseless. It's the same logic as they say if your dog's getting in a fight while you're walking it, let go of the chain. Just let go of the leash. Let the dog fight in its natural state. Because the more you pull it away, you're hindering its ability to defend itself. Do not grab someone's arms. You know what you think, and you think you're trying to bring peace. But if there's an escalated circumstance, do not turn, get in the way, try to be the voice of reason talking to this person while the other person is in close proximity, striking proximity. Do not do that. Do not do that. I've seen it end badly too many times. Let me keep going. Let's see. So he's... So then they ask. So now they're asking the old white man to leave. And then he says it again. So he is just being slapped. And then he is pushed harshly to the floor. He falls through like some bar stools. Like he's flat on his back. So did you hear somebody say, shut your mouth already? So the man gets up and says it again. And then he's kicked out and the video ends. Um, I don't even know what to say, but you talk it and you may have the consequence. Like freedom of speech, okay, and we can't protect everybody from hearing hate speech and things like that, but there's an immediate consequence, and this man just learned it. If you don't, even when you think it's a compliment or trying to discern between, within a demographic, especially one that you're not in, tread very lightly, tread extremely lightly when it comes to that sort of stuff. Other than that, don't grab somebody's arms if you are with them, thinking it's going to help them. And I'm not saying you're restraining them back. Don't even, babe, just this and that. Don't do it. You have to just back up. And it sounds very macho, but you have to just let a man be a man at some point. Or if it's your girlfriend, I'll let her do. If that's what it's come to, then you have to let it go. Especially when the other person is in close proximity. That's the key point to that, is that you have to, it's like what they tell fighters before they go into a boxing match or MMA, defend yourself at all times. That's a very true thing. And that's in a sanctioned area. That's where they either have padded gloves or there's somebody there to stop the action if it gets too out of hand. Bar fights can end in a death immediately. All it takes is one punch in the right place. The person falls unconsciously, and it's usually them hitting their head on the floor unprotected is what kills them. Don't put yourself in these positions. Don't put yourself in the position to have to be in that fight, but sometimes it happens. But also, do not take your eye off your opponent and do not try to impede the person possibly going into the fight that you're with while the other person is close. You can try to talk the logic, but do not physically be a distraction where their eye, their attention drifts to you, because somebody will strike in those moments. Like I said, I've seen it happen far too many times. Somebody is just waiting, especially if the other people are the aggressors. They're looking for that opening to be able to throw that punch and start. And usually when you see somebody throw that first punch, it's going to be followed by a few more, and it's very hard to overcome that if you're the person being attacked. So guys, I'm going to leave it at that. This is just something I came across. I was like, I'm just going to speak to it. I still don't know what the rules are when it comes to YouTube as far as posting other people's videos and stuff like that. But also, this is ugly. We've seen enough of that. But I wanted to have a couple talking points to, again, your freedom of speech is not without consequence, and to protect yourself at all times. I'm going to leave it at that. Again, hopefully, what are your comments? Ace up the sleeve. Advice, comment, experience. I'm sure some of you have seen this, and I know that the best policy is peace and not to, try to harm other people, but a lot of times some people just won't let that be. It just is what it is, and you owe it to yourself, your children, and your family members, friends, all those people, to make sure you make it home safely every day. Hopefully this finds everybody in a place or pursuit of total health, mind, body, and soul, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace, love, unity, solidarity.